Alright guys, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are solving May-June 2022 0580 variant 21. Before I start the paper, I want to tell you all that all revenue generated will be donated to Palestine, inshallah. So please do make sure guys to like, subscribe and share my channel. So let's start with the very first question. It says, write down a prime number between 30 and 40. So look, a prime number between 30 and 40 is 31 or 37. So you can just write 31 or 37, any one of the both. Now next question says, calculate 4 raised to power 5 negative 5 raised to power 4. So look, let me open the calculator over here. Just write 4 raised to power 5, subtract it from 5 raised to power 4, and you will get 399 as your answer. Okay, question number 3, it says Jason starts a run at 10:05 and finishes it at 1:02. Work out the time Jason takes to complete the run. Best way is, look, from 10:05 to first calculate all the way up till 11. So this is 55 minutes. Alright, then from 11 go up all the way till 1. So that's 12 and 1. It's 2 hours. Okay? 2 hours. And then from 1, go the way up all till 102. So that's actually just 2 minutes. So your total time is 2 hours, and 55 plus 2 is 57. 2 hours and 57 minutes. Next question says, calculate this calculation, giving your answer correct to 4 significant figures. So look, open your calculator, write over here 1 minus 0.7 upon 0.45 minus 0.38. So you will get 4.2857. 4.2857. Since the question is saying correct to 4 significant figures, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th significant figure. Alright, so you will round off 5. It will become 4.286. Perfect. Moving on to the next question, it says Christy changes 380.80 into pounds when 1 pound is $1.19. The best way to do is to do cross multiplication. Right over here pounds, right over here dollars. She changed $380, so right over here 380.8, and pounds we don't know, x cross multiply. Alright, so in this question what do we have to do? We have to cross multiply. So you will actually do 380.8 multiply by 1 and divide the whole thing with 1.19. So you will get your answer as 320 pounds. Next question, question 6. Write 180 as a product of its prime factors. So look, just write 180, divide it with 290, divide it with 245, divide it with 5 nines are, continue, divide it with 3, and then again divide it with 3. So it's actually 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. So 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. That's your answer. Now it says without using a calculator, work out this. So it's very simple. You will write 3 upon 7 minus 2 upon 21. Look, make this 7 into 21 as well. So you will just multiply this with 3, multiply this with 3 as well. So 3 threes are 9 minus 2 upon 21, because 7 threes are is 21. Alright, so this becomes 9 minus 2 is 7, 7 upon 21. Simplify, 7 ones are 7, 7 threes are 21. So your answer is 1 upon 3. Moving on, question number 8. Work out the value of s when a is equals to 0.9 and t is equals to 4. Okay, S is equals to 1 upon 2. In place of A, write 0.9. In place of T, write 4. And then square it. It's as simple as it sounds. So 1 upon 2 multiply by 0.9 multiply by 4, square it, it becomes 7.2. Next question, rearrange the formula to find T in terms of S and A. So we need to find T. So S is equals to 1 upon 2 AT square. 2 will go up there, multiply, so 2S is equals to AT square. T square is equals to 2S divided by A, and you will under root, and whenever we are under rooting because we want to remove the square, so that's why we under root, and whenever we under root we do plus minus, so it becomes under root 2S upon A. Alright, so plus minus under root 2S upon A. Next question, we have to factorize this completely. So again, take common, 7y is common, it becomes 2x minus 7 gets cancelled out, y. So 7y, because 7 is common in both 14 and 7, and then we have y, we took out y as well. What remains? 14 divided by 7 is 2x minus 1y. Question number 10, you have to find the next term of the sequence. So look, what's the difference between the terms? The difference is 5. Alright, whenever the difference is same, we use a formula. Right now you don't need to use the formula actually. You will just subtract this with 5. It's negative 5. So 2 minus 5, that's negative 3. Now find the nth term of the sequence. Whenever difference is same, you use the formula a plus n minus 1 multiplied by t. So d is equals to negative 3. Okay. A is the first term, which is 22. So the answer is 22 plus n minus 1 multiplied by negative 3. 22 plus n multiplied by negative 3 is negative 3. And negative 1 multiplied by 3 is positive. Sorry, this is negative 3n, my bad. And negative 3 multiplied by negative 3 is positive 3. Alright. And just give me 1 minute, I have made a mistake. My bad. The whole mistake that I made in this question is that the difference is not negative 3, it's negative 5. Sorry. Alright. So now let us continue. So instead of a, I will write 22 plus n minus 1 multiplied by negative 5. So 22 plus negative 5 and positive 5, because n multiplied by negative 5 is negative 5n, and negative 1 multiplied by 5 is negative 5. So 22 plus 5 is 27, negative 5n. 27 negative 5n. Moving on to the next question. Triangle ABC is mathematically similar to triangle PQR. Alright, find the value of QR. So let's call this x. Look, similar sides are equal, which means CB is equals to RQ upon, take another side of the big triangle, AB is equals to PQ. CB is 6, AB is 8, is equals to RQ is x, PQ is 6. Cross multiply. So 8x is equals to 6 multiplied by 6. 8x is equals to 36. X is equals to 36 divided by 8. X is equals to 4.5. So the answer is 4.5. Now the question says, the true triangles are the cross section of two mathematical similar prisms. The volume of the larger prism is 320 centimeter cube. Calculate the volume of the smaller prism. Now look guys, in this question, don't get confused. The thing is, they are just asking you the volume of the smaller prism. Whenever we talk about similar shapes, we have formula. For example, if you want to find the volume of similar shapes, you will say volume. Let's say we are talking about the smaller shape, and then we are talking about the larger shape. This is the smaller shape, this is the larger shape, okay? So you will say volume of smaller shape upon volume of larger shape is equals to length of smaller shape divided by length of larger shape whole cube. Because it's volume, we will always cube it. So volume of small and volume of larger shape is 320 is equals to length of small shape is 6, length of large shape is 8. Cube it. Okay. So if I do cube it, let me cube it over here for you guys. 6 upon 8 whole cube (27 upon 64). It means Vs upon 320 is equals to 27 upon 64. Alright. So V volume of smaller shape is 27 multiplied by 320. We cross multiplied. 320 went there. Divide the whole thing by 64. If we do that, let me just write down the answer multiplied by 320. You will get 135 as your answer. So the answer is 135 centimeter cube. Moving on to the next question, it says the interior angles of a pentagon are in this ratio. Find the size of the largest angle. So first of all guys, what's the sum? What is the sum of angles of pentagon? First we will calculate this. So basically sum of angles in the pentagon, the formula is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Okay. So now these are the ratios. It means 4x plus 5x again plus 5x plus 7x plus 9x. All of this is equals to, how many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So when you add all of these up, what do you get? 30x. 30x is equals to 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 multiplied by 180 is 540. So x is equals to 540 divided by 30. Let's do that. 540 divided by 30. We get 18. Now this is not the answer. It says find the size of the largest angle. The largest angle is 9x. So we will actually do 9 multiplied by 18. 9 multiplied by 18 will turn out to be 162. So your answer will be 162. Moving on to question number 13. It says work out 2 multiplied by 10 raised to power 100 minus 2 multiplied by 10 raised to power 98, giving your answer in standard form. So look, the best way to do it, make the powers same. 10 multiplied by 100, make them both same. So 2 multiplied by 10 raised to power 100, subtract it from this 2 multiplied by 10 raised to power 98. If I go 2 places back, 1, 2, it will become 0.02 multiplied by 10 raised to power 100 again. So subtract it from 0.02 multiplied by 10 raised to power 100. Alright. So this becomes 2 minus 0.02 multiplied by 10 raised to power 100. So once you subtract it, this becomes 1.98 multiplied by 10 raised to power 100. This is how you will give your answer in this is not 100, this is actually 10 raised to power 100. Alright. Now moving on, we have the next question, question number 14, which says that a train passes through a station at a speed of 108 kilometer per hour. The length of the station is 120 and the train takes 7 seconds to completely pass through the station. Work out the length of the train. So look, speed 108, length of the station, speed is 108, length of station equals to 120 meters. The train takes 7 seconds to completely pass through it. Alright. So now speed, work out the length of the train. So the formula for speed is equals to distance upon time. Okay. Then we are talking about the train as well over here. Now guys, in this question, let's say this is the train. Alright. This is the train passes through the station. Alright, and then once it passes through the station, the train is on its platform again. So basically the train is passing through the station, and then we have to add the length of the train itself as well. So the station is 120 meters. Alright, the length of the station is 120 meters. Now we will actually convert speed, because over here speed is in kilometers per hour, but the length of the station is in meters. We will convert the speed in meters per second as well. So we will do 108 multiply by 1000, because 1 kilometer has 1000 meters, and we will divide this whole thing by 3600, because 1 hour has how many seconds? 3600 seconds. So once we divide it, we get speed of 30 meters per second. Okay, so as I told you, speed is equals to distance upon time. Speed, we found it's 30 meters per second, is equals to, the train is moving across the distance of 120 meters and then its own distance of x. And how much time it takes? It takes 7 seconds. Alright, so now what you will do, 7 multiplied by 30, which is 210, is equals to 120 plus x. X is equals to 210 minus 120. Alright, so 210 minus 120, that will give you 210 minus 120, it will give you 90. Many students will not include the distance of the train itself, and this is the mistake they will make. So hope you guys understood this question. Moving on, question 15. It says 4 raised to power x is equals to 1 upon 64. Find the value of x. So look, 4 raised to power x is equals to 1 upon 4 raised to power 3, because 4 raised to power 3 is also 64. Now what will happen? 4 raised to power x is equals to, this 4 will go up, it will become 4 raised to power negative 3. So x is equals to negative 3. So negative 3 is going to be your answer. Hope you guys understood this. Moving on to question 16, let me zoom out a bit. It says describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. Okay, so look, first of all, I can easily see that this is an enlargement. Okay, because triangle T onto P, this is enlargement, so I will write enlargement. Now for this question we usually use scales. Alright, let me use a scale for you guys. So now we will match the similar sides of this question. For example, this point. Alright, we will match it like this. Okay, now this top point we will match it like this, and the bottom, this one, we will match it like this. So if you look at it, what's the center of enlargement? Look, this is the point of enlargement. So the point of enlargement is 4, 4, and since they are going in the opposite direction, this is negative. And look, the length of this triangle was 2, but the length of the transformed triangle is just 1. So basically enlargement is by half. This length is 1, 2, 3, 4. This length is only 2. So this is by half. So you guys will say, let me remove this. You guys will say enlargement of scale factor negative 1 upon 2 from the center 4, 4. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Free 3 marks, honestly, free 3 marks. Now this is like one of the easiest question you guys can do over here. So it says find the radius of a hemisphere, okay, of volume. They have already given you the volume of sphere. Hemisphere is half of sphere, so you guys will just do 2 upon 3 pi r cube. So we already know that the volume 2 upon 3 pi r cube is equals to 80. Okay, so pi r cube is equals to 80 multiplied by 3 divided by 2. Then you will do r cube is equals to 80 multiplied by 3 divided by 2 pi actually. So let me do that for you. you get 38.197. R cube is equals to 38.197. Cube root both the sides now. Okay, cube root it. Once we cube root it, we get 3.36. So you can say 3.36. What was the answer? 3.367. So you can round it off 3.37 as your answer. Now next question. It says, question 18, A, B, C and D are points on a circle. Okay. TU is tangent to the circle. Okay, no problem. DA is parallel to CB. Okay, that's not an issue. And find the value of X and the value of Y. Now look guys, how do we solve this question? First of all, since this line is tangent, okay, and this point is 38, look, alternate angles. For example, this is also going to be 38. So the value of X is going to be 38, because tangent angle, for example, this is opposite equals to X. So this is the first point. Now we need to find Y. So if you look, these are two parallel lines. So if this point is X, this point is also X. So this is also 38. Okay. Now if you look at it, this point is touching the corner of the circle. This point is also touching the corner of the circle. So let's call this point A. 60 plus A is equals to 180. A is equals to 180 minus 60. A is equals to 120. So the value of A is 120. Now we can easily find Y. Y plus 120 plus 38 is equals to 180. Y plus 158 is equals to 180. Y is equals to 180 minus 158. Y is equals to 22. So here you go, you say 22. Okay. Now moving on to question number 19. So look, these questions, my tip to you guys is, even if you guys do not know the answer, alright, even if you guys do not know the answer for such question, never skip it. Try to write whatever you can. Maybe you might get some marks. So first of all, in the diagram, AB is parallel to PQ. Okay, AQ and PB intersect at X this point. Complete the following statements. In triangles, let me zoom it in now. In triangle ABX and QPX, AX is equals to XQ is given information. Angle BAX is equals to which angle? Angle BAX. It's equals to angle PQX. Alright. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Secondly, angle AXP, alright, is equals to angle PXP. AXP is equals to PXP because they are vertically opposite angles. Secondly, triangle ABX is congruent to QPX. ABX is congruent to QPX because of the congruency criterion. Look, ABX, there is one angle, alright, to QPX, one angle and two sides. One angle is same and two sides. So you will say angle side angle. Alright. Sorry, not one angle and two sides. My bad. Just give me 1 minute. Since this is congruent, in congruent the angles are same. So two angles are same. Okay, two angles are same and one side is same. So angle side angle. Moving on to the next part, PX is dashed because triangles are congruent. Alright, px is equals to what? Is equals to xb. It's xb because the triangles are congruent. Okay, moving on to the next question. It says question number 20. The diagram shows the speed time graph for 24 seconds of a car journey. Calculate the deceleration. Whenever they say deceleration, they mean this point. So the best way to do is take 2 points like this. This point is 16, 12. This point is 24, 0. So let me zoom it in. (16, 12, 24, 0). x1, y1, x2, y2. Gradient is equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So 0 minus 12 upon 24 minus 16. Alright, so that's negative 12 upon what is going to be 8. So it's actually negative 1.5. But since it's deceleration, we never mention negative because it's common sense, because deceleration means speed is decreasing. You don't need to write negative. So you will just write 1.5. Next question is says the total distance traveled during the 24 seconds. So look, first find the area of this point. In order to find distance, you just find the area. So you will do 16 multiply by 12. Let's see how much is 16 multiplied by 12. 192. And then this area of triangle, half into base. Base is 8 multiplied by height. Height is 12. So 8 multiplied by 12 divide by 2, 48. You will do 192 plus 48, which is 240. Okay. As far as working is concerned, you guys will show this working which I have done. You guys can write area of square, then you guys can write area of triangle, but be sure to show working. It's absolutely important. Now this question, what we can do, we can rearrange 1 minus a minus q plus aq. So take over here 1 as common. So even if we take 1 as common, 1 minus a. Over here you guys will take what as common? You have over here, you guys have minus q plus aq. So I want you guys to think for a moment. Will you take minus q as common or will you take positive q as common? I want you guys to think about it right now with me. Alright. So if I take minus q as common, this will become 1 because minus q has been removed, only 1 remains, and plus I took negative as common, so this plus will also become negative a. Q is taken out. So if you guys took positive q as common, it would be wrong. Why? Look, I'll do it for you. 1 minus a. If I took positive q, this would remain negative 1 plus a. Are these two same? No, you cannot factorize. So this is something I just wanted to teach you guys. So 1 minus q and 1 minus a. Okay, my q and a are similar, so I hope you understand. Anyways, next question, we have to simplify this one. So you guys can write this separately. 216 raised to power 2 upon 3 and y 216 multiplied by 2 upon 3. Just take a calculator if you guys want. 216 raised to power 2 upon 3, that's actually 36. Y 216 multiplied by 2 divided with 3. 216 multiplied with 2, divide the whole thing by 3, you get 144. So 36y raised to power 144. That's your answer. Now move on to question number 23. Says x square plus 8x plus 10 is equals to x plus b square plus q. Do not get confused, just expand this thing. Don't do anything else, just expand this thing if you guys want. So this becomes x plus p square is actually x square plus 2xp plus p square plus q. Now write x square plus 8x plus 10. Now look, if you guys notice, I am writing everything with a distance. There is a reason why I am doing this, and I am going to show you. What is important is that your writing is very neat, otherwise there's a high chance you might get things wrong. So look, 8x is actually equals to 2xp. So 8x is equals to 2xp. X cancel. 2p is equals to 8. P is equals to 8 divided by 2. P is equals to 4. That's how I got 4. Now if you notice, this 10 is equals to p square plus q. So 10 is equals to p square plus q. 10 is equals to p square. P square is 4. 4 square plus q. 10 is equals to 16 plus q. Q is equals to 10 minus 16. Q is equals to negative 6. So that's what you have to do. Now, next question, we have to solve this. This is simultaneous equation. So x square plus 8x plus 10 negative 30 is equals to 0. X square plus 8x negative 20 is equals to 0. So now if we need to take two numbers such that when we multiply we get 20, and when we add or subtract them we get 8. So the two numbers are x square positive 10x negative 2x negative 20 is equals to 0. So take x as common in the first one, it becomes x plus 10. Take negative 2 common, it also becomes x plus 10. X minus 2 and x plus 10. X is equals to positive 2, x is equals to negative 10. So positive 2, negative 10. Alright. Now moving on to our next question. Question number 24. It says that the length of a cuboid measures 24 centimeters by 12 centimeters by 8 centimeters. Then it says calculate the length of the diagonal. So look guys, I'm going to teach you a technique to calculate the length of the diagonal. Okay, whenever in a cuboid, if you guys have to calculate the length of a diagonal, you guys will use this formula. LD is equals to under root, okay, L square plus W square plus H square. So LD is equals to 24 square plus 12 square plus 8 square. Just use a calculator. 24 square plus 12 square plus 8 square is 28. The answer is 28. Moving on to question number 25, it says that W is proportional to the square root of Y. Y is inversely proportional to X. When X is equals to 4, Y is equals to 16 and W is equals to 8. Find W in terms of Y. Okay. W is inversely proportional, alright, to the, W is proportional, sorry, not inversely, W is proportional to the square root of Y, which means W, alright, is equals to square root K square root of Y. Alright, so I hope you guys get it. Then they have given you the values, X is equals to 4, Y is equals to 16. You guys need to now find K. Okay. And before that it says Y is inversely proportional to X, which means Y is equals to K upon X. Okay. Now when when X is equals to 4, Y is equals to 2. So what you guys will be doing over here is use this equation first. So you will say 16 is equals to K upon 4. Okay, so K is equals to 4 multiplied by 16 is 64. Alright, that's how we got the value of K. Now since we got the value of K, you guys can use, find W and everything. W in terms of X. Okay, now you can find W in terms of X. Moving on, if I use this equation w is equals to k, I can say the value of w is 8, 8 is equals to k, and the value of y is 16. Alright, so if I divide it now, the value of k would actually be, before I solve k, it would be 8 is equals to 4k, k is equals to 2. So remember this equation we made, w is equals to ky. This will now actually become w is equals to 2, because the value of k is 2 under root y. And from this equation we got the value y is equals to 64 upon x, right? We got the value of y as well, y is equals to 64 upon x from this equation. So in short, w is equals to 2. What's the value of y? 64 upon x. So w is equals to 2, and this will becomes under root of 64 is how much, guys? 8 upon under root x. So w is equals to 16 upon under root x. 16 upon under root x. Okay. Moving on to question number 26. Question number 26 is that the diagram shows a triangle OAB and a parallelogram OALK. Okay, OALK. The position vector of A is A, okay, and the position vector of B is B. K is a point on AB so that AK and KB is 1:2. Find the position vector of L in terms of A and B. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay guys, so first of all what you need to understand that AB, if I try to find AB, the best way is to find things which are not given. AB is equals to OB minus OA, AB is equals to B minus A. Okay. Moreover, AB is equals to AK plus KB. Alright, plus KB. We already know the ratio of AK and KB, which is 1:2. So we will do B minus A, because AB is B minus A. AK is 1/3 of B minus A, plus KB is 2/3. KB, this portion is 1/3. This portion is 2/3 of B minus A. Okay, so plus 2/3 of B minus A. Moreover, OL, we have this OL would actually be OA plus AL. So OL is actually A plus AL. How much is AL going to be? AL will be same as OK. Look, AL is same as OK. So it's going to be A plus OK. Now how can we find OK? OK is equals to OB. We go from O to B, plus we come back from B to K, plus BK, which is OB is B, plus we already know the value of BK. BK like KB, it is plus negative, because since it's in the opposite direction, 2 upon 3 B minus A. So this whole thing turns out to be 1 upon 3B, okay, plus 2 upon 3A. So now OL would be A plus what's the value of OK? OK is 1 upon 3 B plus 2 upon 3A. So OL is equals to A plus 2 upon 3A is 5 upon 3A. How did I do that? I just did it like this. 1 plus 2 upon 3. 5 upon 3A plus 1 upon 3B. That's it. That's what I had to do. Now moving on, how many questions we have? The last question here. Perfect. So it says the line y is equals to x plus 1 intersect the graph at this point. Y is equals to x squared minus 3x minus 11 at the point A and B. Find the coordinates of A and B. So look, it's very simple. You just have to equate. Do you guys agree that y is equals to y? So one value of y is x plus 1 is equals to other value of y is x squared minus 3x minus 11. So this becomes x squared minus 3x, this x goes over there, minus x, minus 11, minus 1 is equals to 0. X squared minus 4x minus 12 is equals to 0. You will do breaking of the middle term. X squared plus 2x minus 6x minus 12 is equals to 0. Okay. You will take x as common, x plus 2 minus 6s common, again x plus 2 is equals to 0. So this becomes x minus 6 and x plus 2 is equals to 0. So the two values of x are positive 6 and negative 2. Now how do we find the value of y? Look, you already have the values. Y is equals to x plus 1. So y is equals to x plus 1. So when x is 6, y is 6 plus 1, y is 7. So 6 comma 7. When x is 2, y is equals to x plus 1. Alright. Sorry, x is negative 2. So it becomes negative 2 plus 1. It's negative 1. So 2 comma negative 1. Alright guys. So this is it for the paper. If this paper was helpful to you, please do make sure to like, subscribe and share my channel. If you have any questions, please mention them in the comments below. Thank you.